Do you want me to start with a explanation?
Yeah, well, let's start with an introduction.
Sure. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Vania Rocca. I'm Director of Product Operations at Cerence, and I'm here with my friend from VW.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi. I'm Karim from VW. I'm the function owner of IDA.
Okay, great. All right. So what do we have?
So here what we are demonstrating today is our new integration for VW. So we are showcasing the Cerence Chat Pro integration on top of the existing production system, so the IDA voice assistant. So the beauty of what we are going to demonstrate today is that we've been able to integrate Cerence Chat Pro, which allows to reach also ChatGPT for certain functions without changing anything of the embedded software. So basically, the software running locally on this head unit is exactly the same that it's already running in production for this type of cars.
Using the Cerence Chat Pro platform?
And Cerence Chat Pro has been enabled as a cloud service.
Okay.
So without any change to the embedded client, no OTA needed, anything, simply an update of the cloud services.
So all done server side then?
Exactly.
Okay.
So why we are adding Chat Pro to the VW system? So we know that there are, the systems are already pretty advanced today, but there is still a certain tail of questions that the user is asking the system, and the system is not able to respond. And we can basically categorize a bit those type of questions. So there are the open-ended questions. I don't know, I'm asking questions about history, or asking to generate a story, asking jokes, etc. This is not supported by the production system today. And what we do, we leverage ChatGPT to answer those type of questions. Another category is more complex queries for navigation, which today the system is not able to tackle, but instead with the integration of Chat Pro, we can instead resolve. And there basically we use the integration of the large language model to rewrite the complex query into something simpler that the navigation system can then digest and process. There are some, let's say, additional features that we are adding on top of the ChatGPT integration. So this is not purely uniquely a ChatGPT integration, but there are some customizations which are possible. So the first one is an additional large language model, so proprietary from Cerence, that is trained with a set of 10,000 chit-chat question and answer, so basically to allow a more casual conversation in the car. Today this is not fully integrated into this demo, but we can show some examples later on. Basically we use this additional model to train the system to answer questions specifically to the brand, for example, so that the VW can customize the experience in the car to fit the, let's say, the branding, the VW branding, and not getting a generic answer from ChatGPT that may not make sense for VW. Then another feature is the capability to filter out certain topics. So we don't want, for example, profanities or certain controversial topics to reach ChatGPT, because we may get an answer in the car which is not appropriate. So it's not appropriate for the brand. It's not appropriate for the end user, and so we want to be able to filter out those questions. And so we have a list.
So how would the system respond in that case? It would just say,
sorry,
I can't answer that?
Okay. Answer it. So let me try live. Hello, Ida. Can you tell me something about the war in Palestine?
Sorry, I can't answer that question.
Okay.
So this we consider it's a controversial topic.
Sure.
We prefer to, let's say, cut it out from the conversation in the car. Yeah, and that are, let's say, the main features that we enable. So if you want, I can go through them.
Yeah, before we do, I just want to ask a question. Several years back, before Cerence was spun off from Nuance, a couple of different times I got demos of the latest technology that was being developed. This hybrid system where you have a voice recognition model that's embedded in the car, plus a cloud-based component of it to provide more capability, more natural language style processing. Is that what Chat Pro is based on? What
So
was being
that,
shown?
yeah, that's the basis.
Okay.
Basically, that remains. So we still have our natural language understanding models running in parallel with Chat Pro.
Okay.
Basically, there are several services which are already enabled in the system in production. Those are running with our NLU, and those are remaining the same.
Okay.
Basically, we only add as a Chat Pro as a complementary product. Basically, everything that is not tackled by the current Cerence NLU will be taken over by Chat Pro and ChatGPT.
Okay. Great.
So that's let's say to make the capabilities wider, quicker in the end.
Great.
Shall I go?
Yeah, let's go.
So I will first start with some navigation use cases. So showing first how it works in a system today and how it's gonna work once Chat Pro is in production. Hello Ida, find me Italian restaurants nearby.
There are multiple search results. Could you please select an entry from the list?
So here you saw I asked a very explicit question about a specific category. Now I will go more natural and implicit, and we will get the same pick list for the navigation.
And is that all being handled just by Chat Pro without
By Chat
GPT?
Pro, no, actually with GPT.
Okay.
So we basically take the utterance from the user, we send it to GPT. GPT simplifies it to a structure that it's then digestible for our NLU, and then we process from there. Hello Ida, I'm really looking forward to eating some good pasta tonight.
There are multiple search results.
And
could you
same
please
results.
select an entry from the list?
Cancel.
Cancel.
So here basically the complex query was translated into find me Italian restaurants because I asked pasta, and pasta is an Italian dish. We can try something else. Hello Ida, I'm craving some chicken tikka masala.
There are multiple search results. Could you please select an entry from the list?
So here the dish was an Indian dish, and you saw that the pick list was only showing Indian restaurants. Then let's look at something else. So we can use now the GPT capabilities to, for example, generate content for entertainment. We can also think about entertaining, for example, our kids in the back. They are bored. Hello, Ida. Can you create a story about dinosaurs for my kids in the back seat?
From ChatGPT, once upon a time, there was a land filled with dinosaurs. These mighty creatures roamed the earth with their enormous size and power. Some were herbivores, munching on leaves and plants, while others were fierce carnivores, hunting for their next meal. The children were amazed as they saw the long-necked Brachiosaurus and the sharp-toothed Tyrannosaurus rex. They learned about the different types of dinosaurs and how they lived long ago. The journey turned into a fascinating adventure for the kids, sparking their curiosity and wonder about the prehistoric world of dinosaurs.
And I saw the light was pulsing back there as well as it was speaking in time with the speech.
Then we can think about other use cases that we can unlock with the integration with ChatGPT. So one example could be, okay, you're driving home, you're thinking, okay, what I'm gonna do for dinner, what I'm gonna cook when I'm back home, and you're thinking, okay, what do I have in the fridge? And you ask for help. Hello, Ida. I have tomatoes and zucchini in my fridge. What can I do?
From ChatGPT, you can make a delicious and healthy dish by sautéing tomatoes and zucchini with olive oil, garlic, and any desired herbs or spices. Another option is to roast them in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of salt and pepper. You can also use them as ingredients for a fresh salad or add them to a pasta or stir-fry dish. The possibilities are endless with these versatile ingredients.
Then I will now show some other use cases where we don't need ChatGPT. ChatGPT, let's say, is not the appropriate content provider. And there we rely on our NLU domains that are already integrated in the system. Hello, Ida. What is the stock price of Microsoft?
The price for Microsoft Corporation is $374.69 on the NASDAQ.
So here I was asking about information about the status of the stock today, and here we use one of our cloud services, so not ChatGPT. But instead now I will ask a more historical question about the Microsoft stock, and there you'll see we will go to ChatGPT. Hello Ida, can you tell me about the performance of Microsoft stock in 1999?
According to ChatGPT, in 1999, Microsoft stock had a strong performance due to the success of its flagship product, Windows operating system, and high demand for technology stocks during the dot-com bubble. The stock experienced significant growth throughout the year, reaching a record high. However, it ultimately faced a decline towards the end of the year, partly due to concerns over the sustainability of the technology industry's growth.
Now I can show one example of how we can customize the experience. And so here we will have, let's say, one question with a custom answer that the OEM can decide to tailor as they wish. Hello Ida, who makes the best cars?
As an in-car voice assistant for Volkswagen, I might be a bit biased, but in my opinion, Volkswagen makes amazing cars.
So this is one example of a question that if it reaches ChatGPT, you cannot be certain about the answer. And so we can customize it with our, let's say, smaller homegrown LLM.
So one of the challenges that we've seen since ChatGPT and other LLMs have started to emerge over the last year or so is that sometimes they, because of the way they work, being probabilistic, prediction engines of, what word would come next in a sequence, that they sometimes make things up.
Yep.
And, obviously in an automotive environment, when you're using it to try to, find something, how do you guarantee that it's not going to give you some guidance that may be inappropriate?
So everything that is strictly related to navigation is remaining pretty much controlled.
Okay.
So we're only using ChatGPT to rewrite.
Just to parse the prompt?
Exactly.
Okay.
And rewrite it in a way that it's digestible for the navigation system. But everything else, let's say, which is automotive critical.
So the list of restaurants or any other POIs or anything like that,
coming from
it's coming straight out of your navigation database.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only the reformulation of the question
Okay.
that it's coming from ChatGPT.
Got it.
But the actual list of results, that's coming from the map provider. So in this case here, nothing coming from ChatGPT in that case.
Okay. So this is going to be launching second quarter of this year in Europe, in the vehicle models that already have Chat Pro and IDA built into them. So the various ID models, the ID3, 4, 5, and 7.
With a specific embedded software version?
Yeah, everything with ID software 4th generation.
Okay, great.
Also, cars on the road, they will get the upgrade because, as we were saying at the beginning,
right? Because it's just a server-side update.
Exactly.
Okay. So, any of the models, ID models that I guess is this ID version 4 software? Is that something that just launched this year or in 2023?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if someone had a 2-year-old ID3 or ID4, it wouldn't have this version of the software, so it wouldn't get this update, correct?
Yeah, unfortunately they're incompatible, so they won't get it.
Okay. Is that something that could potentially be done as a software update by a dealer to upgrade it to that, or is it just a fully incompatible? Is there a hardware difference, or?
There's a hardware difference actually.
Okay, got it.
So that will make it hard.
Okay. I noticed one of the things during the presentation this morning was that they were actually doing things that the system can actually recognize where the voice is coming from. So if it's coming from the driver's side or the passenger side, and you can do different things.
Yeah. So this is not new in this integration. So this is
that's part of Chat Pro.
No, that's a functionality that it's already available on the production IDA system. It's still technology coming from Cerence, so what's behind it, but it's not something new of this integration, let's say.
Okay,
been available since the first IDs.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Anything else new in here that you want to talk about?
Did I forget anything?
I think you've mentioned the most interesting parts.
Okay.
So what's really interesting for our customers and what's for us in this first step, so maybe we can elaborate on that a little bit. So this is the first step. We're taking to large language models, and the additional functionality, as mentioned by Vania, is we have more questions answered for the car, for the customers in the car. So for long drives, you just anything that comes into your mind, you just ask IDA and you will get a response.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, that's our first step.
So yeah, and let's say the objective is also to make the system more fun to use and more entertaining also for the whole cabin, not only for the driver. So that's part of also our mission at Cerence to, let's say, expand the capabilities of what you can do via voice to make the system also more entertaining.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.